Yes, sir. Max Payne Gachi crew, what is happening today? We have 2 episodes to talk about. We truly do. And the best way to do it is starting off with the first episode, episode 22, The Power of Protection. We got a little scene where the trash storm is happening. We see this little dude, he's like, Dad, are we gonna be okay? Papa's like, yeah, of course we're gonna be okay. As long as we're behind these walls, everything is whoosh, some garbage. Oh my God. Now Daddy is crying. Son is crying like, oh my goodness. Let me tell you something. The anime teaches lessons, and I love shows that do, because this is an important lesson to my future self, and if you are a parent or will be a parent in the future, a lesson to you as well. If there's ever some spooky shit happening, never show that you're scared in front of your kid, because all that's gonna do is traumatize them and make them scared. This kid will probably never forget the day of this trash storm ever. And you know who else ain't forgetting this day? The Raider crew. Because now, yeah, we dealt with Bundis, but that ain't the only rookie that's out here trying to put in pain. We have no word, and her hair is on fire. It ain't just lightning. Now it's like fire. It looks amazing, but it's to the point where it's gonna damage everybody in the area. And Zoto's like, okay, bye. It's time for me to leave. And before he dips, he says this bar, absolute bar to Rudo. Watch and see what can be accomplished by one who has cast away what's precious to them. Oh my God. When this man said that, I had to run it back like 3-4 times, because I'm like, what, bro? That is an all-time bar. And what do you mean by that? Once again, this shows the direct correlation and opposition between Rudo and Zoto. Rudo is someone who cherishes. He doesn't throw away. Zoto is someone who is willing to throw away. Even when it comes to No Word, she's willing to put it all on the line to execute Zoto's plan. She is okay and she's accepting with being a pawn on his chessboard. She's cool with that. That really got me thinking, like, everyone that's a raider, have they been coerced in some type of way, brainwashed in some type of way to just follow Zoto mindlessly and be his pawn, be sacrificed at any given time for his ultimate goal? Has he trained them mentally to understand the ultimate mission is to take down the sphere, and we gotta do it no matter what? I can't wait to see and find out more about Zoto, but he's gone. So right now we have to deal with No Word, and shit's crazy because she's using her vital instrument, which we find out was given to her by Zoto, to its fullest potential. We find out that the reason when she was fighting Rio, she didn't have the lightning going indefinitely was so she didn't burn all her hair to a crisp, and she's able to hold down all the raiders to the point where they can't move. Yeah, Rudo has a cool little moment where he motivates himself to push through, but not to the point where he stops her. She's only stopped when a piece of the wall cracks open and starts sucking her out of there, which really got me thinking, like, does this trash beast feel, or is it just an artificial beast with no feelings, no emotion? It's just going based off the energy that it has at its core. But something that I want to mention, by the way, in the middle of all this, we see that boy Fu. He definitely got left behind, but he's dealing with his demons. Somebody named Hisama is talking to him. He's like, yo, listen, let me take over. So does he have a little clone or something, or does he just have another side? I see berserker vibes in him. That's all we get out of him. It's a quick little sidebar. We get to see him. We're like, all right, he's still alive. He definitely got left behind though. Zoto took Bundis, Chitoni, they're out of here. So now, No Word, she gets thrown, evacuated out of the trash beast. She tries to hold on, but she can't fight the force. The pressure's too strong and things get insane. We are at the border, but it's almost like we're in a new dimension, because No Word is falling down, but she's falling into the clouds, and above is darkness, and in the horizon, something like this. Head in the clouds, all you can see is arms folded. I don't know how she knows. She just knows. It's the Watchman. We see the Watchman attack through her eyes. He like opens his head or something crazy happens. What is this creature? What is this being? The border looks so beautiful, but when he attacked, it just went black and white, and we just see No Word get erased. It looked like her head got boned. She lost a vital instrument. She said, yo, the Watchman takes what's precious to you. And that gives me questions, man. Is the Watchman on some shit where it's like, if you got a Watchman series item, he's like, nah, you my bro, you good to go. that's what happened to Rudo? Is it because she came in direct eye contact with the Watchman and maybe Rudo fell when he was passing out so he never saw it? But then again, the angel went up. Maybe the angel just didn't look. Would Zodal be able to get past the Watchman with his coat? Because Zodal looks like he can fly. He kind of demonstrated that when he activated his coat. Would he be able to just fly up? What? Oh my God. Who is the Watchman? Is he God? It feels like they were in another dimension. The only person that saw black and white happen, by the way, was Rudo. Is that because he's connected to the Watchman? This episode was huge. It made me, oh my God, I rewound this shit so many times y'all don't even understand. I promise you I did. No word? RIP, because she's gone. So now we gotta deal with the situation of this big ass hole in the wall of the trash beast is about to suck up the whole crew. They hold it on for dear life. They just got the last of their energy sucked out. What are they gonna do and how are we gonna get out of this situation? Gachiakuta pulls up. And she's like, whoa, this is crazy. But for some reason, she's not being pulled by the wind, by the current. And that's when we get to see her jinky in full force, man. Gachiakuta is fire. This whole sequence in which she turns into a giant kaiju was amazing. I played that back like 3-4 times. Just the way she said it, just the way she sprung into action, the way she transformed, it was amazing. She is in my top 3 characters. She got the drip too. Ooh, that's my girl right there. That's my girl. She turns into a big kaiju. She basically plugs up the hole and then the whole crew's able to get on her back as she glides down to land. Well, of course, I gotta say, I can't fail to mention, we destroyed the core, the cleaner thing to do. So we took care of the trash beast, then we glide down to land, and that's the end of this confrontation. Rudo thinks back on everything that occurred between him and Zodal, and he's like, yo, this shit was all an experiment. Like, but what I got in return for passing this experiment was a piece of the Watchmen series. Fantastic episode, gotta put it in S tier. I might have to rewatch it again in English dub just to experience it again. And that brings us to episode 23, The Man Who Will Be Stronger. This episode was honestly probably the slowest in both cores combined. I don't think it was bad. It was a nice development episode. We went and visited Zanka in the hospital, and it was good to see the relationships and dialogue between characters, but not that much really happens. I'll be honest. If you guys wanna say otherwise, you can, but there's not that much that I truly found ultra interesting or crucial to the story. Zanka basically, he's in the hospital. We go to cheer him up. You know, there's a part where Rudo's like, yo, we should bring flowers to him, but the flowers aren't available on the ground. So we could bring him artificial flowers, right? I guess that was cool. Rudo kind of contemplates like, damn, I feel like I'm pushing sphere culture onto these guys, which I did enjoy that because it's kind of like a battle within his mind. Like for someone that hates the sphere and wants to destroy it, it's like, why am I pushing these traditions from up there onto these guys? We're gonna start keeping a closer eye on the Raiders, of course. We'll run into them again, right? Of course we will. Remlin drew the wrong spell on Zanka. It was like a gag though. Instead of reducing damage, it made his bicep huge. That was a funny part of the episode, I will admit. Great character development. The part that truly captured me was the last couple of minutes where we cut to Zodal and the Raiders, Bundus and Chitoni. Bundus officially becomes a member of the Raiders and he's decided to know his next mission. There's something about Bundus low-key though that's like, damn, this guy, does he really want to partake in Raider activities because he believes in Zodal that much? Has he truly bought into Zodal's words, or does he just want information? As a reward for passing his test as a newbie, Zodal does provide him with the little instrument. Who knows what that is really? I feel like it will come back into play. But that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's like Bundus seems like his character development will take a twist and turn, more so than what we see currently. But also at the same time, he is happy to be a first stringer of the Raiders now, and we see some silhouettes. We see silhouette of Chitoni, silhouette of Jabber, and some other silhouettes of there are other Raiders out there. I can imagine how strong they are. Like, what? If Nawerd and Bundus were just newbies, right? The first stringers must be strong. Jabber has 2 levels of his vital instrument, so we'll see. We also get some silhouettes of people that we are not privy to. I feel like this is all foreshadowing for next season. This might not be the last episode, next episode will be, but we're sure getting some foreshadowing. Zodal tells Bundus that his next mission is to find the person that makes the chokers, because he's confident they're made by someone with giver powers, and that person probably has an entry of the Watchmen series. I'm super hyped to find out, how did he even realize, Zodal, that the chokers could be made by somebody? we did get a scene where randomly Engine was able to connect with Semiyu. The camera cut to Bundes and he looked like he knew something. But how is that possible? Does he have other secret powers? Does Zoto have other secret powers? Was it Chitoni doing something from wherever she was watching the fights? By the way. I'm hyped to see what's next. Episode 23, it didn't really give me too much. Honestly, don't hate me, but I'm putting this one in C tier. This might be the only episode so far I put in C tier, but I just have to. In connection with all the other episodes, this one just gave me the least. It was okay. I'm not gonna put it in B. I didn't get enough to put it in B. So in C it goes. There might be like one other episode in C tier, but I'm very much looking forward to seeing what happens in the last episode of season 1. And I appreciate anybody that made this far. Hit that like, hit that sub if you new. Comment what you thought about these episodes, how you feel. I will read them in next episode's video, and I'll see you guys there. Pain putters. Let's keep putting in pain.